everyone. Welcome to STEM Club India Webcast, conversation with top educators. Today we have one of our special guests in the entire series of this, Mr. Ganesh Sharma, Principal Global Indian International School, Noida. Welcome, sir. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yash, having me here today. And it's really, it's a privilege to be here and looking forward.
22 plus year of experience in education, started his career as a senior housemaster of Rashtriya Indian Military College, associated with Mussoorie International School, the Millennium School. Mr. Ganesh is now principal of Global International School, Noida. So, sir, to begin with, we have a very simple question. How is the journey so far?
So it is very exciting, actually. Almost more than 20 years now in education field. I remember I was very young when I started my, the educational journey. After my education, I born and brought up in Calcutta. After my education, I joined Rashtriya Indian Military College, which is Category A establishment of Ministry of Defence, as a master. And then I think I had a long tenure after that in Mussoorie International School, Mussoorie, which is residential school, a completely residential school for girls. And that was a very, long experience, in a boarding school. After that, I worked with some other schools, like a very well-known school, like Hope Town Girls School in Dehradun. Then I started Millennium School. It was a greenfield project. And then with Global Indian International School, this is my 8th year now. Prior to this, I was heading Bangalore campus for 5 years, and now for 3 years now, this particular campus. So overall, the journey, so far it's been very exciting. A lot of things I have learned, a lot of things I really enjoyed, and I'm still looking forward. I think good another, before I retire, I have good 14 years in hand. So, still a lot of things, I'm looking forward to.
Great, sir. And I'm pretty sure, sir, after retiring also, you will be somehow linked with you will be an educator supporting different schools, setting up different campuses. So best of luck for all the journey ahead. And just to know, on a lighter note, sir, what was that triggering moment which basically made you believe that you need to go into education side, become educator or a teacher and then principal? What was that moment, sir, or the incident?
So yes, not initially when I was, doing my education. At that time, I did not decide that I will be in education completely. But yes, when I joined Rashtriya Indian Military College, then that passion gradually, developed, and I started taking interest in teaching more. And it's like a journey, like any other teacher. You start your journey, and day by day you become, a better teacher. So this is how it happened, and this is how I came into education, and then it became ultimately, part of my life so far. So this is how it happened.
All right. So do you have any ideal or any celebrity you follow, or someone who inspired you and inspired you currently also?
So it all depends. You see, what happened, inspiration and all, it's all, wherever you work and whenever you start. I'll tell you, typically when I started in military college, so for us, our commandant used to be, our idol. So I learned a lot of things from him. Then when I was in Mussoorie International School, there are many other people, those who have really played a very important role in my career. Those who I know at different stage, different people. But what I feel is that yes, always there is a learning whenever you follow somebody. It is not that you strictly follow one person and try to follow him blindly or something like that. But then it depends that your subject area, your things that you really like. Because why we follow people? Because we like certain things. So that's why we follow people. So there are certain things and certain people you like, and that you try to incorporate, and probably you try to do similar things, and probably beyond that you try to do that. So this is how my life has been kind of influenced by many people at different stages.
I'm sure, sir, and all of them has given you the inspiration, and now you have become inspiration to many other young educators. So, on the same line, sir, just want to know any mantra or any quote you follow.
So what I believe very strongly, and this is part of my life ever since the beginning, from my childhood. That I don't bother about things which is not changeable. I mean, if it is not changeable, I'm convinced I'm not going to waste my energy. So I only focus on things that doable, changeable, and things that you can control. So I strongly feel that if you follow this approach, I mean, you somehow you create that happiness environment for yourself. You know that certain things are doable, certain things are out of control. You can't do anything about it. So let's not bother about it. So this is what I follow. This is what I share with people. This is what I tell students, everybody, even whenever they have a very challenging obstacles, a target or goals. I always say that figure out that what is doable and focus on that. Give your 100% to that area, and you will be happy, and you will see the results.
Right. So I'll say maybe the major crux is that you know what not to do exactly. So
So
that is
that you'll have
something
to
you know.
that you'll have to figure out probably, and this is what is all our experience is all about. That
Yeah,
with our experience, we certainly explore things, and we come to know what is doable and what is not doable.
exactly. Rightly said, sir. Perfectly quoted, and I'm pretty sure this is very much. I also a firm believer actually to find out exactly what. Just want to know any favorite sport because you were there with the Rashtriya Indian Military College. Any sport or a fitness activity you follow?
So since my childhood, I've been a sports person. I mean, I've been playing cricket, football. Of course, in Calcutta, football is the religion.
Yeah.
So football, and then I practiced martial art for a long time. I mean, almost for 10 years
Okay.
uh, before I entered in teaching and in my professional learning career. So these are the things. But then now, when I joined Rashtriya Military College, I started, trekking, hiking with cadets, and going to different destinations, cycling and all, rafting. What one thing I continued with that is traveling. I mean, I travel a lot. I do trekking. I Every year I ensure that I explore new destination. I go to new places. I do hiking, sometime solo, sometime maybe with the family, friends. But yes, I keep traveling. So this is one, traveling and trekking, hiking. This is what I have continued to, in my life so far.
And that is interesting, sir. This is one of the most interesting hobby I have captured as a principle. You take time for hiking and trekking. This is phenomenal. I'm pretty sure this will be inspirational to many principals also that they should now it's time to go and trek also. So great. Any hobbies, sir, which you follow? So as a passion or
Yeah. So apart from this, this is sports that this is again a kind of hobby. But then, apart from this, listening music, playing some music instruments and all, I generally do. I strongly believe that in your personal time, you should do something which is where you can reconnect yourself, where you can discover your passion. That's very, very important. Otherwise, throughout the life, we keep doing similar kind of things, and then some point of time, it becomes monotonous. So that's why that you need to break it, and kind of this is the reason that I just do opposite. I mean, when I go back home, I just do things which is gives me a lot of sense of satisfaction, which gives me a kind of a hope to live life, which gives me kind of create that environment of happiness with me, within me, and around me. So this is what I do.
and this is something we all need to adhere that we should find out time for ourselves and you are doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. So moving towards our next section, this is more towards on the STEM side to know the on the technical front. I'm pretty sure you are already there deep into it. So what are your views on STEM education and is it changing lives of students?
STEM education, yeah, I strongly feel that this is a very important part for teaching learning process in education system, where actually it really helps students, to give them those, the quality to problem solving skills, or maybe, the creative thinking, maybe logical reasoning, decision making, and the observation power. I mean, these are the things. I mean, through STEM, students, they they develop. These are the skills they develop, which is very very important. I mean, that becomes very important component of teaching learning process
Yeah.
in our education system.
There will be many jobs which are not even created yet. So, do you believe that STEM is basically shaping up those students that they can face any challenge in their life, or we are still missing and we need to do more about it?
Absolutely. What I feel, STEM is definitely is going to help them, because what I strongly believe, and this is what I've learned when I was doing exchange programs, with some schools outside India. I have seen that, outside India, I mean, in European countries and all, the education system is focusing more on skills. Rather than just learning mathematics and sciences and all, they are also focusing on different types of skills, which in India still we are yet to do. But the thing is that STEM gives you that platform, that opportunity, where you can really explore these skill based things, understanding, helping and understanding the concept, not theoretically, but by doing it, by and experimenting it, and which will really help them. As you said, that there are some jobs which is, they are not even right now available, we don't know about them, and but in coming time there will be a change. So what I feel similarly, in STEM education also there will be a change. I mean, of course, this new education policy which is coming, where a lot of internship and a lot of other kind of exposures, learning by doing, will be given from the lower classes, that is going to really help all students to build their skill based learning. And I think STEM will also is playing a very important role. And of course there'll be a scope of improvement and changes with that. I think it should be able to meet the requirement, what kind of jobs we will be having in future, because things are changing very fast in education field. You will see that a lot of experiments are happening. If you see last 5 years, 10 years, there's a huge change. We keep experimenting, and especially you see after post pandemic, and we have seen the kind of education system shifted overnight from physical education to online classes. So this is what I'm saying, that we also need to change what we are offering. There has to be a constant change in that as per the requirement.
Perfect. And so on the same side, so any achievement, any new policy or experiment which you have done during the COVID times, which you want to share, and that has helped student and teachers, and there is a definite change. You want to share it?
What I feel is that yes, we actually we actually initiated initially. I mean, these tools what we are using right now, whether it is Zoom or any other platform for that matter, or the softwares that we are using, it is not that these softwares, these techniques, the tools, they were not existing. They were there, but probably there was no requirement as per the. I mean, it was not the necessity. I mean, when it has become mandatory, compulsory, then we have started. This is what the human nature is. That when we see that we need to explore options, we see that without this we cannot go. So probably then this complete platform and everything came into existence, and now there are many things. I'm sure you will agree with me that we came to know that yes, this is also doable. We can teach also. We can do functions, even school functions also can be, annual day, sports day can be done through online. This thing which was we 2 years back, 3 years back. I mean, we never thought that this is possible, but now things are becoming possible through this platform online. teaching system, teaching learning system. I mean, we know that the mechanism of the teaching learning process, complete process of teaching learning is improving every day, and there is always a scope of improvement. Is online also a lot of research work is happening, not only in our organization but all school as a community. I'm saying that everyone exploring that what next can be done, how we can strengthen the online education system. So this is what the change is happening in online system.
So, and this is, I think, much needed now. We need to move towards hybrid model where every student, every parent, and in fact, in one of the principals, in fact, quoted one of a beautiful thing, said that now, because of the COVID and because of the technology, we are more closer to the families. Previously, it was that there are few parent-teacher meeting and they don't know exactly what is happening around a student who is basically performing or not performing. So, do you believe, sir, that now teachers and everybody is more closely knitted with the families and parents, and this is helping out?
You see what is happening. I'll tell you. Typically, it's not like that. Before pandemic, the connectivity was not there. The partnership between school and parents was not there. I don't agree to that. There was a partnership. There was a connectivity. But the thing is that on online classes, the participation of parents, you see directly or indirectly, it is there. I mean, for the small children, parents are there. They are seeing that in what teacher is teaching. Ult- Automatically what is happening is that they are able to see your daily classes, which was not possible earlier. So because that was not possible earlier, and once in a while, I mean, this parent teacher meeting, schools they were conducting, and then after 2 months or 3 months certain feedback. Here what is happening in online classes, you get a daily feedback.
Yeah.
So the communication between parents, school, teachers, students has become very fast because of this technology and all, and therefore is resulted in. I mean, the outcome of it is that there is a good bonding, as you said. There is a good bonding. The learning outcomes are very good. I mean, things are resolved then and there. I mean, if there is a problem, there is an issue, it can be resolved, and we are very well connected, and that connectivity is actually resulting in good outcome. So this is what is happening now because of online. Of course, every whether it is physical class or online class, everything has got its own good and bad impacts. But then I would say that yes, there is a connectivity with the online classes where the parents are also very well involved in their children education. Otherwise, it was you see what happens. I'll tell you in school as a principal, I can tell you that I see more involvement from the parents community, those who are having a smaller children. I mean, younger one. So maybe when students are young, they need help, their parents and all, and they. But if I see the moment the child goes to class 8, 9, 10, 11, parents they don't get themselves involved in school affairs. I mean, the involvement and the activities and all. They maximum I'm saying, 70 to 80% they don't take interest. So now it is totally different. I mean, in online classes, they are there automatically. They are there, or directly, indirectly, they are playing their role.
Yeah. So I think things are happening for good. Maybe we need to take out things which are actually happening good and need to improve and learn, as you said, and need to move ahead. So, any message, sir, you want to give to students?
So yeah, I just wanted to tell that what is important, what is happening, that our complete generation and our education system, as I said, is going through an experiment, and there is change is happening every now and then. Changes are happening. What we need to see that the gap, as a responsible educators, we need to see that the students, that gap we can fulfill that gap. The gap is happening with regard to values. I mean, for students, I mean, we are learning science, we are learning technology, and everything is happening, but there is a huge gap of teaching values to the students. So my message to the students is that we should be connected with our roots. We should understand that our, especially I'm saying, Indian education system and Indian values and kind of teaching that we had in past. we should need to learn from that, and we should always be connected to our roots and grounded. That is very, very important. And then you do progress. There is no problem. I mean, once you are
Very, very important
connected.
message. I'm pretty sure this is a very important message that we need to be connected. We need to learn values and inculcate in our lives so that it always remain with us. Any message you want to give to young educators?
So young educators, what is happening, I see as a principal, nowadays it's very important that in education, those who are young educators and those who want to come to education field, passion is very, very important. I mean, if you have that passion within you, I think you can do whatever you feel like. I mean, but what I'm saying, that anything for that matter, it is not only for education. Anything, whatever you do, until unless you don't have passion, you don't enjoy doing it. I think it doesn't make sense in them. I mean, the outcome will not be desirable. I mean, it will not be the outcome that you want. But then, if you have passion, if you really like it, one should, full of passion and take interest, and then you take forward whatever you are doing. I mean, it will result into good outcome.
Perfect, sir. I agree. Totally agree. And this is something we all, as educators, not only teachers, everybody need to be passionate, because this is a very demanding domain where we need to be aggressive, on toes, learning always, so that student also become curious and they are with us always in all
And
our
see, the perception is also changing. What I feel, the way it is happening, the countries like, outside in European countries and all, where, Finland and all, if you see, the teacher's role, educator's role is very, very important, and it's very prestigious. I mean,
yes,
it is recognized very well in society. Unlike in India, in our Gurukul system, of course, the Guru used to play a very important role. But down the line, during this British control and kind of, history that we had, somewhere we this Guru, importance of Guru, that diluted. Faded. But then, what I'm saying is that, again, I must tell you that it's gaining. There is a demand of educators in India, and I think educators or teachers are the foundation, and they can contribute a lot. I'm saying, to the growth of the country, in terms of, not only in terms of monetary growth, in terms of that what is the character of that particular country. So that there they can contribute a lot. So this is what I wanted to give message to all the young educators, that they should feel very good about. They should feel that, they should take it as a pride, and this is how they should take it forward.
perfect. You want to share any kind of extracurricular or say learning activities you have included for the students in your school?
So we keep doing, we do a lot of projects in our school, and we keep we every year we find out, what else, what extra we can add. And probably, as I said, that, with the time, with the changing time especially, there are certain things you need to remove from your offerings, and there are certain things you need to include. So basically, you need to do a kind of a brainstorming, kind of an ideation in house, and figure out that, what can be included. So yes, there are a lot of things we keep adding as a co-curricular activities and all. But yes, the need of the hour is that the skill based learning has to happen, which is helpful for the students, when, as you said, that, there are some jobs which are not visible right now, not we cannot figure out yet what it will be. So I think children will be more prepared ahead another 10 years, that, what the world will look like.
Exactly, rightly said. And so, sir, I just want to second your thought, because as a company, also we are involved in projects in project-based learning. All our curriculum is project-based learnings. So, and we have seen that students, when they are involved in a different kind of a learning environment where they are curious, where they are in a project as a team, they are working, then the learning flavor and then the understanding becomes top of the notch. So they understand it much quickly than any other thing which they basically do in their regular learning. So I'm pretty sure these projects which you are offering and the activities, this will definitely help. And this is the need of our change of our, yeah. There will be a couple of questions. I'll say 4 to 5 questions on a rapid fire kind. So just to know your favorite things. For example, I'll start with your favorite subject.
So my subject is my subject only because I've been a computer science teacher.
Okay.
So I like computer science, and technology is my kind of a forte or area of interest as a subject.
And the subject you don't like?
I don't like yes, I in accounts and all, when I was in graduation and all, probably I did not like the calculation and all things and all. But yes, yeah, that's the subject I did not like most.
I know now it is very tough to tell anything that what you don't like, because you need to like everything because you are involved in every part of it. But still, it's an honest answer, sir. Great. So your favorite sport now?
My favorite sports now is, in fact, I don't play as such, but yes, I just do jogging and all. And if I get chance, of course, badminton, I can play anytime.
All right. And your favorite cuisine?
My favorite cuisine is one is there are a number of thing, but yes, Chinese I like.
Okay. And is it also linked with the travel, sir? Because usually I've seen people who travel, they also want to taste different cuisine at different locations. So is it that?
I always very curious about different cuisines whichever place I'm visiting or traveling to. I really would like to explore, because that's how you come to know the local touch and the local culture, local food. Otherwise, very difficult. You cannot get that similar kind of a flavor or experience in a hotel or restaurant.
Exactly. And so your favorite vacation, dream vacation. I'll add one more thing in it, because I know you love trekking. So your favorite dream vacation and dream trek.
So dream trek, as of now, whenever we do a new trek, I know that becomes our, but then yes, if I get a chance, I would like to explore Mount Everest.
Okay.
I really wanted to explore it. I don't know how it will be possible.
Yeah.
And vacation, yes, I wanted to explore Switzerland, once, and there are certain other trails in like Vietnam and all. I really wanted to explore them.
Okay. Now, one question is regarding the technology. This is like there are different projects which is happening in STEM. We are also involved many of them. So, want to take your preference. For example, projects like AI, drone, F1 in schools, robotics, coding. Your preference, sir.
My preference would be coding first at certain level, and at senior level, I would prefer AI and all.
And if you are a student, which course you will opt, sir?
If I'm a student, I will opt for coding.
Okay. All right. The interest goes back. Okay. So this was again maybe like the end of our session. It was lovely talking to you. I just want to thank you for coming and helping us out to know. There will be many students, many educators who will be listening to it. I'm pretty sure they will get some key points for their life. And just want to take your concluding statement, sir. Anything you want to add and you want to say to our audience, that will be great.
I just, as I said, at the beginning, I strongly believe in things. You should focus that you are doable, changeable, and you'll always be happy. And stop bothering about things that you cannot change, you cannot alter, because that is going to bring a lot of stress. So my message is that just focus on things that you feel that is doable, changeable, and it is under your control.
Thank you for coming on our webcast. We are very grateful for you and hope we will continue having more discussions, because as a company, as I mentioned, we run sports, fitness, and STEM clubs. This was regarding STEM. I will be more than happy to take your inputs on sports and fitness also, maybe last quarter of this year, and we'll request for another session if that is okay.
Thank you so much for having me here in this platform, and it was really, I really enjoyed each and every moment. And thank you so much once again, Mr. Yash.
Thank you, sir.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.